Hi there guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Martin. This is Gig Economy Unpacked. I've been working as a delivery driver, working for Deliveroo, Uber Eats, Just Eat, Stuart, who do the Tesco Whoosh deliveries, and Co-op Home Delivery. Also been doing parcel work for companies such as Every and Amazon. So I've got a little bit of experience. So this video today is all about whether Deliveroo, working as a Deliveroo delivery driver, is worth it in 2024. So just for a bit of context, a bit of backstory, Deliveroo is the first contract I had, the first app that I had back in around about 2020, so about 4 years ago, or 2021, 3 or 4 years ago. When I first got it, I was very happy. There was quite a lot of orders. So I only really worked on Deliveroo for the first sort of bit. As time's gone on, I've taken on more work providers to give myself the best opportunity to make as much money as possible. So yeah, I've worked for Deliveroo for a long period of time. I've delivered thousands and thousands of orders with them. But how do fees work with Deliveroo? How do you get paid? So you work Monday to Sunday, and then you get paid on a Tuesday. However, you can take early payments with Deliveroo. You have to pay a 50p surcharge for this. When it comes to fees, Deliveroo has a minimum pay floor, which is kind of up for debate whether it actually sticks to it or not. So the minimum pay floor at the moment, as it's just been agreed by the GMB and Deliveroo together, is £12 per hour plus costs. These costs vary depending on what vehicle type you have. I'm in a car, so they say that my costs are £4.27. So putting that into context, before costs, if you did a job that took 15 minutes, you'd expect to be paid £4 for that 15 minutes. But that is just the minimum that they say they're paying. There is also a thing called dynamic pricing. So basically how this works, it kind of works in the background. So for example, if I ordered from Burger King and lots of drivers rejected this order, the price would slowly start to creep up. And if a driver went there and it wasn't ready and then they left after like 15 minutes having rejected the order, the price would jump up quite dramatically. So sometimes the same job could pay £5 one day and pay £8 the day after, depending on the circumstances of what's going on. And back to the minimum pay floor for just a second. I have got some queries about the minimum pay floor that I have made with Deliveroo, because I've found that in around about 40% of my orders, when it's quiet, I'm not quite getting to this minimum pay floor. So I'm not exactly sure how they work it out, because it's basically they work it out based on the time that they're expecting a trip to take, and there's no way of asking them to review it if it's taken longer than they've expected it to take, meaning the fee is dropped lower than the minimum pay floor. And also there's no transparency, so they don't say, okay, you're going to pick up from Subway, you're going to drop off to X place, and we expect it to take 15 minutes. It just gives you pick up from here, you're dropping off from there, this is the fee. So lastly, with fees with Deliveroo, if it gets extremely busy in an area, this is something that they used to have quite a lot, but as time's gone on and the platforms got more rider heavy, so more people on the platform, they do have something called boosts. So the boosts work that they're a multiplier of earnings. So if a job would have paid, so basically it goes 1 and then 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, sometimes all the way up to 2.0, which means it pays double. So if an order's paying 1.1, they're paying the order fee plus 10% on top. 1.2, an order fee plus 20% on top. So I'm guessing you're thinking this sounds pretty good. However, my experience of Deliveroo was at the beginning very, very happy. Lots of fee boosts, good pay, lots of order volume, able to go online whenever I wanted, and knew that I would pick up work. However, as time has crept on, there seems to be more and more people working within the app, meaning that the order volume compared to the amount of riders has now dipped to the point where there's seems to be quite a lot more riders on Deliveroo than there is order volume. What that means, I think, is that Deliveroo might be worth it for you if it's a form of secondary income. So if you're working a full-time job and you want to earn some extra money in the evenings on the side, like on a Friday and Saturday night when you know it's definitely going to be busy. However, if you've only got Deliveroo as a work provider and you're looking to go out Monday to Friday 9 to 5, I don't think you're going to make anywhere near enough money, unfortunately, just because the order volume just simply isn't there anymore. What Deliveroo is quite good for, what I generally use Deliveroo for, and what I think it's quite good for, is for quiet periods, like bridging gaps in, like, say if I've taken an order from a different platform that's taken me out of the city and I'm looking for an order to bring me back into the city, so I haven't got dead mileage, I'm not driving back with nothing in the car. Deliveroo can be quite good for this because it does have a few shops and restaurants further out in the outskirts. So quite often if I go to a place in Exeter called Westclist, there's a co-op out there. I can pick up from that co-op and know that I'm driving back with something in the car, which is generating me income for driving back rather than just paying for petrol for no reason. So to summarize, if you want to do Deliveroo full time, I wouldn't say it's worth it if it's your only form of income. However, if you do have already an Uber Eats account and you want to do Deliveroo and do them side by side, obviously do not take jobs from both at the same time and deliver both at the same time. Make sure you're turning one off and delivering with the first one. Delivery would be worth it for that kind of thing. Or if you've got a Just Eat account or you've got some other form of gig economy income and you're looking for Deliveroo to sort of like pay you while you're going places or something like that. But I don't feel like it's any more worth it like it used to be to try and make a day-to-day living. As ever, this is just my experience. I know some people who are managing to make a good income. Generally, this is people, I think, on things like e-bikes and stuff like that, where they are more free to go like straight right into the city centre. It's quite difficult in a car where I am to be able to drive right into the city centre because of the issues around parking. So there's not that much parking availability in Exeter, especially when it's busy, that you can like go and load. Also, the traffic wardens in Exeter, I don't know what it's like in your city, but the traffic wardens in Exeter, they give you 5 minutes and they are everywhere. Like, literally, I went into town the other day to pick up an order. I don't go into town very often, but like the traffic warden was there within 3 minutes. And that's my experience pretty much every time I go into town. And they give you 5 minutes, and if you haven't come back in 5 minutes, they're sticking a ticket on your car. Now, sometimes you can get out of the tickets, but not all the time. And obviously, if you get a ticket on your car, you're wiping out potentially like an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of your earnings. So the last thing, and this is a positive that Deliveroo has, is that they do have some good insurances in place for if something goes wrong. So they have accident and sickness cover, which I made some videos for, so please go and find those videos if you're interested in seeing that. That's paid at £35 a day from day one, but you have to have been ill or off work for 7 days before you can claim it. Also, if you have a child where you're working with Deliveroo, you get up to £1,000 back from. I've claimed both of these. So I had twins a few years ago, so I got £2,000, got £1,000 per child. And I've been ill a few times. They have turned me down once because it was the same illness that had come back. They don't cover things like that. But considering I'm a self-employed person, this is pretty good insurance that they've got in place. And they do have a few other bits and bobs as well. But yeah, there are some pretty good insurances in place. In fact, I found that when I've been off work sick, I've received more in their insurances than I would have got if I was in an employed job getting statutory sick pay. But if you made it all the way to the end, I'm hoping that it means that you found this video very interesting and it's been good for you. If that's the case, if you'd like to leave me a like and a comment And subscribe to the channel if you want to learn anything more about working in the gig economy. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Bye bye.